Hello, my name is Sinem Azuroğlu. I am an industrial engineer and I want to talk about management systems in logistics and sustainability. This presentation main idea is about how we can do more sustainable works. Subtopics are management system trends in the world, process management applications in logistics, world trends in sustainability. Logistics is the integrated management of all the activities required to move products through the supply chain. For a typical product, this supply chain extends from a raw material source through the production and distribution system to the point of consumption and the associated reverse logistics. The logistical activities involve freight transport, storage, inventory management, materials handling, and all the related information processing. The main objective of logistics is to coordinate these activities in a way that meets customer requirements at minimum cost. In the light of this information, these are some new management systems developed day by day. So I want to give an information about new trends in the logistics and supply chain industry that will make companies more competitive and affect how they manage their supply chains. Trend 1 is transportation management systems will become more hyper-connected and analytical as global trade expands. TMS usage and sophistication have been increasing over the past couple of years, becoming more responsive and agile. Global TMS growth will continue to evolve to harness and encompass more business processes to provide both execution and analytical efficiency. Business planning and predictive analytics are now being integrated to allow both shippers and carriers to more efficiently monitor supply-demand cycles with synchronization in their transportation planning and supply chain events. Trend 2 is compliance continues to be a key issue in supply chain management. As business continue to expand internationally, organizations are increasingly putting their global supply chains and their reputations in the hands of neutral IT oversight spanning carriers, customs brokers, and suppliers. Supply chain compliance is a vital component of logistics transactions and supply relationships. Access to visibility and execution data will advance both supply chain conformity and transparency to help minimize and mitigate environmental performance, process, and intellectual property risks. Trend 3 is big data improves global supply chain performance while quantifying risk. The ability to capture and analyze huge amounts of data regarding shipment and transportation events as goods travel through supply chains worldwide will continue to improve goal setting and ascend in importance. Predictive analytics and business intelligence are becoming a decisive essential in developing supply chain strategies to improve effectiveness and efficiency of processes and support innovation to enhance logistics planning. The management of big data will be avant-garde, underpinning for cost containment, capacity control, and risk management. Trend 4 is centralized transportation management delivers improved spend control, decision making, and bottom line results. With reductions in transportation, spend management will be achieved by optimizing all aspects of business planning, vendor collaboration, carrier selection, and shipment logistics to centralized supply chain collaboration and decision making. Transportation departments that once considered success as negotiating greater discounts from carriers will shift focus to a more comprehensive, synchronized spend strategy concentrating on smaller incremental reductions and performance opportunities as goods move between suppliers, factories, warehouses, distribution centers, and retailers across the entire logistic life cycle. Trend 5 is cloud-based embedded analytics will transform supply chain departments. World-class companies and service providers are forming interdepartmental steering groups to manage their logistic development and supply chain expansion. Increased demand for supply chain analysts will drive efficiency improvements of shipping processes and reallocating supply chain department resources to identify and focus on critical supply chain risk hotspots. Daily monitoring, sharing, linking and interpreting supply chain analytics will be crucial. Logistics companies will continue to help shippers and carriers with through terabytes of daily information to select the most useful components and then use that information to formulate the best possible transportation decisions. Supply chain analytics will allow business to create useful key performance indicators and incubate innovative ideas to successfully manage service levels and integrate relationships with their suppliers and customers. Good process management provides transparency and clarity in the design management and continuous improvement of business processes. The development of logistic processes along the entire supply chain highly valued. Process management is focused in the areas of design, planning, procurement, the production and the distribution logistics. I want to describe reverse logistic process management. Also, this system is important for sustainability. While conventional logistics optimizes the flow of goods from producer to consumer, reverse logistics manages the processes for inverting that flow to deal with return parts, materials and products from the consumer back to the producer. Most often, this includes warranty recovery, value recovery, repair, redistribution, product recalls, used parts and replacement materials for refurbishment, service and product contract returns, and end-of-life recycling. With the purpose of optimizing supply chain efficiency and asset recovery rates, reverse logistic process management has increasingly become a tool that positively impacts profitability as well as assisting an organization in meeting sustainability goals. With the growth of sustainability initiatives, more companies have adopted the use of recycled materials in production and have developed procedures for the responsible disposal of products that cannot be recycled or reused. For instance, a growing number of cell phone manufacturers have established procedures in place for consumers who wish to return an older model and ensure that the device is refurbished or recycled rather than dumped into the local landfill. Thus, reverse logistics process management has developed into a discipline that produces cost reductions, adds efficiencies, and improves the consumer experience. Producers have discovered value within returned assets and the benefits of streamlining repair, return, and product reallocation processes. Supply chain and logistic processes are deeply embedded in value creation throughout different sectors and industries. It's clear that the logistic industry is of acute strategic importance in achieving lower carbon dioxide emissions as it is in terms of economic development. The way forward begins by recognizing that the logistic industry is a major source of carbon dioxide emissions, accounting for 13% of global greenhouse gas emissions, according to the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change. This figure also includes passenger transportation. As the logistic industry is expected to continue growing, so with its energy consumption and GHG emissions unless changes are made. The sector needs to improve its energy efficiency and develop viable alternatives to fossil fuels, otherwise it will also find itself ever more vulnerable to the uncertainty of oil supplies, as well as the increasing price volatility of fossil fuels. DHL is a global logistic firm. They pay special attention to sustainability. So, I want to talk about their 7K developments about how the logistic industry will change as it becomes more sustainable. Number 1 is logistic counts. It's not a commodity. Logistics is not only a chief catalyst of global trade and a defining component behind value creation. It is also a business of strategic importance in the move towards a low-carbon economy. Number 2 is technological change will be achieved through a concerted drive from companies, governments, and financial institutions. Given the high price tag attached to new technologies, mutual support and long-term planning by all key players is essential. Number 3 is collaboration will increasingly be seen as an enabler to attain sustainability. Even old competitors will cooperate more closely. As carbon emissions reduction becomes a priority for suppliers, business customers, and logistic companies, cooperative business models will expand both vertically and horizontally along the supply chain. Number 4 is business models of logistic companies will change as sustainable innovations open up new opportunities. Number 5 is carbon dioxide labeling will become standard. Carbon dioxide labels allow customers to compare green products. Transparency will raise confidence among logistics customers and consumers when making climate-friendly choices. Number 6 is carbon emissions will have a price tag. As reducing carbon emissions becomes more important for companies, governments, and customers, it will become part of a business accounting and decision-making process. This will increase the demand for a price to be attached to carbon dioxide emissions. Number 7 is carbon pricing will lead to more stringent regulatory measures. Companies will only accept the price tag on carbon emissions if governments ensure a level playing field. Thanks for your attention. Bye bye.